Greetings and welcome to Die Dragon Die presents Grimstone Chronicles episode 5. I'm your host, Marty, who is going to get all of our faces in the proper order today. Ahmed is the DM. He's got the DM stick. And then we'll put Adam after Ahmed, and then Mark after Adam. And Mark gets to play today, so that's pretty cool too. And then I'll put my mug and my beard. Oh, that's 2 marks. 1 mark is enough. Thank you very much. And I will make your mics warm. There we go. Warm. Hey, Wither. Sorry.
Our glorious, sarcastic jackassery.
Hey, Wither. How's it going? Sorry, I was running things and they weren't paying attention, obviously. So.
All right, guys, we're running a tight ship here. I want you to all shut the fuck up. Whenever you want to talk, just raise your hand. I'll address you. I can't even. What's going on, guys?
It's gone to
It's gone to his head
it's
already.
gone to his head already.
Making it
Wasn't there a time your character insulted my character? Well, I took that personally. Enjoy your 10th level ogre fighter.
10th level.
Your 10th level fighter, ogre.
We could take it. With supreme starting distance and knowledge of the threat beforehand, we could take it. There will be some losses, but we'll take it.
Yeah, those who can't outrun the ogre.
Not looking.
DD sits there for 20 rounds above the ogre's head, 200 feet up, and blasts sleep arrows.
And they'll hit once.
What's that?
And we'll hit once.
And we'll hit once, yep. Yeah. I'm sure there's a way. I'm sure there's a way here. Grade school.
Solution.
Withers
are mean.
Yep. She went through in that adventure, which 2 games, she went through all 20 of her daily pixie dust.
Yeah. Capra had like 6 on him or something at the end.
Yeah, at the end she shoved like 4 doses into the snake man's mouth. But anyways, what did you guys do today? Because we saw each other last night, like late. What'd you do?
Worked a lot.
I had a combination of a kind of a poopy day at work. I went for a run, and there was bugs. I still came in under time. Like I still came in under 10 minutes, like I was supposed to. But I ran through 2 like you know those clouds where you can see the whole thing moving, and you're like, but I'm running, and you like duck. Yeah, there's no way. I know. I'm just looking like a big ogre, kind of running along and picking gnats out for the next half mile.
Mm-hmm.
And then I came back, and there was an issue with the barbecuing. So my steak was way too, was undercooked to the point where you couldn't, it was crunchy on the outside, and then I couldn't cut it because it was so raw. Like, the steak knife couldn't do it.
Oh.
So I had to microwave my steak to finish cooking it. So I might get back. If she hears me, I might get smacked. But on the plus side, she's playing Animal Crossing and loving it, so I didn't get in trouble for playing D&D. You just play. Yeah, you play with Nintendo.
You play your crack. We'll play ours.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
You're talking to Katie. Oh, you're playing Katie. Oh, you're visiting Katie. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, she gave you a kimono. That's wonderful.
Mark, how was your day? You had today off, right?
Yeah, I had the day off. So.
Yeah, what'd you do?
I slept in and not much. Actually, I cleaned my house today. I shouldn't say that I didn't do anything. Cleaned my house, did some dishes, some laundry, because I gotta go back to work tomorrow. So.
Ahmed?
I don't want to do it tomorrow. Not much really. Just
Your answer's supposed to be I was preparing the adventure.
Yeah, I guess what I was working on. So I don't know if you guys noticed. I think at about 4 a.m. last night, I sent an email with a bunch of questions.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Nobody answered.
I did. I that's where I am.
And I said, tomorrow whenever you get to it, just let me know.
I answered the question. I also started a sheet in the meta DM coordination area called plot threads, where we can keep track of all the open plot threads as we're passing DM stick around the table. There are the things that haven't been decided. There's a couple of things where we can say, I reserve this plot thread. Plot threads, could be really big until you unravel them a little bit, and they might turn into a bunch of little threads or little branches. And basically, Adam, for example, we closed on the plot thread of who is S on the letter, and there's a potential plot thread that somebody can tug on called S seeks information or revenge, if he remembers. He might start to piece together what happened and find Cog and Slake's footprints in the blood, and they're we didn't cover our tracks very well. There's this battering ram sized punch mark on the ogre. I wonder what did that.
No.
You guys didn't already have a page for plot threads? No, it's something we kind of chatted about, but I realized that it will get complex pretty quick. So, yeah. These normally get buried in DM notes, and they're kind of they're not spelled out in this format in my personal DM notes. It's I'm gonna make these things happen, or just names, and I already these are things that just your human brain is good at putting together.
I have a bunch of shorthand. It looks like all my other notes where it's a half a sentence fragment and then one extra noun.
Yeah, so we have a space where all the DMs and people around the table can go and look at what is an open plot thread, and then we also have I've reserved the plot thread of who the fuck is the two-headed snake guy from the opening cutscene. I'm I'm gonna reserve that one, guys. That one, I got this one. I got this one.
You sit down and be fine.
But some of them are really broad, like Dugan's backstory, or even Capra's backstory, leaving a very not detailed black backstory is a fertile ground for story that comes back to haunt the character, or that comes from the past.
I've never had a character where I have no family.
Yeah.
I've had characters where the DM has said, "You have no family." They died.
Hey Drake, how's it going? Yeah, so that is one thing. I also did this last night because I had way too much caffeine during game, is I made a perception roller for the party. So when you call for perception checks, DMs, we have the technology to do this. Of course, whenever we level, I'll have to update, your perceptions, and there's a couple in here where Dee Dee and I think Dugan Schmirf can detect traps, but yeah, cool.
Gets us close. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was my update from what I did last night, between last game and now, as we're making this go faster. I think the perception generator thing is a thing that, between that and using the take 10 perception rule, the passive perception, will be one way we can speed up game. Okay, cool. Optimize.
What did you? Oh, so this is what you did. Yes, you.
Yeah, that and I worked, and I took a nap before game, and I'm ready to go. I'm caffeinated again.
I wrote the treasure.
Oh yeah, we got treasure.
There was treasure.
So did we get back to the Steelrose factory? Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Let's look at treasure, because I've already organized the treasure.
Trying to optimize light.
So do we want to roleplay this, or do we want to just pass it out?
I'm happy to just pass it out. There's a few bits in there that I think need rolls.
Yeah. Okay. So Cog, you've got bracers of armor +1.
Oh.
And 2 potions of cure light wounds. I'm gonna paste this at the bottom of your character sheet, if that's all right.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Cog Matthias.
So now, is it shield that doesn't stack with shield?
No, mage armor does not stack with
mage
bracers.
armor. Okay.
Bracers. Let's see.
So
Treasure. Also, you get 2 Cure Light Wounds potions because your power allows you to administer them at higher caster levels.
Yep.
Dee Dee is taking a small Masterwork buckler and the rare beetle butterfly collection because it's pretty. And she'll also take the Wand of Cure Light Wounds because I think Cog already has one. How many charges in this thing, in this bitch?
Oh, that was what I was trying to roll before. The thingy was on.
Mm.
It's got 1d25 plus 25. It's got 27 charges.
Okay, Dee Dee will take those things. She's also gonna like hold on to Alona's seed pouch, although she'd be willing to let one of the other Fae hold on to it as well if they wanted. Like Capra, if you wanted to like hold on to it because maybe it's heavy.
Capra can hold it. That's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna put that in Capra's stuff.
Capra's like a 16 strength medium creature.
This is really special. I think these are good berries. It tasted really good and I was full, like, almost all day.
How many you say there were in there?
3, and they come back.
When Dee Dee tells you about the item, her eyes are puffy and it's obvious she's been crying.
So
We could roleplay that later.
so-
Yeah. And it's not about the dead beetles and the butterflies. Dugan, can you sling bullets with your telekinetic powers?
Can I sling what?
Sling bullets.
Bullets. Yes.
How about crossbow bolts?
Yep, I can sling anything I can lift telekinetically.
So the 2 thunderstones are also good choices to put in?
Here's the thing about... He can sling the thunderstones. The damage differs depending on if I hit with... The way the power works is... In like the description is, it's whatever he picks up is surrounded by aether.
Yep.
And that's what he hits with. He hits with the aether. So if he picks up a +1 dagger, it doesn't do hit. The +1 dagger doesn't actually hit.
Mm.
But what he can do is release it after he throws it and hit with the dagger. But the damage is as if he had thrown the dagger.
And
so
not
the thunderstone still will be a thunderstone.
Yeah.
But, like,
It just won't do damage.
Yeah, like he
Okay.
can still throw the thunderstone.
Dee Dee comes up to Dugan and says,
Reduced.
You can hang out with us if you want in the factory. There's lots of space.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
We don't have a landlord, so maybe you could be the acting landlord to make sure that the bums and bugs and bad people don't squat in here, because we're squatting here. I mean, it's ours.
I
I'm
have
pretty
been
certain that
looking
the bug's
to.
already taken care of. That is my domain.
Yes,
I have been looking to expand my real estate empire.
sure. Here's your first bit of payment. I really like them. If you don't want them, I'll use them. Don't sell them.
and she gives you this pair of magical bracers that are called Burglar's Bracers.
What are these?
And these are things that when I looked at it, it said, why doesn't every thief in every campaign have this item?
I've never heard of them before.
It's because they're silly.
Once per day, you can take 10 with disabled device.
Oh my god!
Even under, yeah, exactly. And they act like Masterwork Thieves' tools. So you don't actually need Masterwork Thieves' tools on your person.
That's crazy. They would have been helpful
Yeah.
yesterday,
Yeah.
huh? I'll take these as your first month's payments. Thank you.
I know they're not as shiny as you wanted, but
I think it's more than that, but we can argue about that later. Okay there, Blueberry?
And she pats you on the head.
That's fine, doo-doo.
All right, Blueberry.
Capra, you get the Alana seed pouch. So I'm gonna cut and paste all this stuff at the bottom of Dugan's sheet.
Oh, okay. That's
I'm just gonna go at the bottom, and you can
sure.
move it around. Yet another character with a fun voice, Mark. Capra, potion of invisibility, a sunrod, 3 tinder twigs, and Alana's seed pouch
cool.
is going to the bottom of your sheet. Agony gets 50 gold pieces of spell components.
Welcome to the team.
And
I guess he did run away from the fight.
and Slake gets to carry 50 feet of silk rope.
It's
Just sometimes things don't.
so maybe he wants a big set of armor that doesn't fit. He can put it on over top of his own armor.
It'll take us like one downtime week to sell the items that we have, and everyone will get 400 gold and 1 silver piece when we're done. That is including Dugan Schmirf.
So, Marty, last time I purchased one of the items that Granimir had. Does he have a new item in its slot?
Yeah, we should figure that out. Okay, no. Silk rope is not treasure, it is gear. Okay. Doing too many things at once. And then... Oh, and my OneNote is just going...
Because I'm buying more of those searing arrows because they're awesome.
I'll move that stuff to Dee Dee's sheet. Those searing arrows are pretty good. Yep.
Yeah, we're going to buy some more.
Yeah, I guess so.
Small masterwork buckler. Yeah, she's going to throw back her other buckler. Or turn. She'll just put it in stowed item for now. Just a normal buckler. Want to cure light wounds. Consumables.
So, Wither, I don't know if you were watching chat. Wither and Randomly are
Hey, random.
Sorry, I'm
they're
not on the
talking about potentially spending a DM point to say that it was stolen by a prestigious thief on Volcanica. And Randomly is like, yeah, I'm in. I don't know if there's two different conversations going on here, but there's some.
Oh, they belong to a thief.
Oh, so that they're wanted. Okay.
What?
Yes, I like that.
Where did those come from again?
The two thieves? Like it was from a nothing encounter.
Oh, the two thieves that we befuddled.
Yes. So one of them was actually like somebody is Zorro.
or stole it from Zorro,
Yeah.
and they were hiding
Yeah,
out there.
while Zorro was
Yeah.
debauching.
Okay, so that is the treasure divvied. I think we need to go to our downtime sheet just to declare what it is that we're doing. So let's go to downtime. We were adventuring in week 3. Week 4, Slake is basically going to start crafting a suit of full plate. This may take Slake a while to do. We are using the unchained rules for crafting, as opposed to the really, really slow rules.
So they're not called. They're called something else. They're not the Unchained.
Okay.
Unchained's the middle one. It's like
Okay.
Schmim's Games rules or something.
Some optional rules for crafting normal items. Agony is going to sulk for a bit. No, he's really embarrassed. He ran away from a fight. Yeah, he's not feeling too good about himself. Dee Dee is going to that first night when you get back, she's going to have a good cry about just the absolute brutality that she saw in Slake. She's not sure how to help Slake, and she might approach some of the other party members, but she's going to take part in trading to keep her mind busy. Capra, what are you doing that week?
Capra is going to trade.
Okay. Cog, what are you doing during downtime?
Cog wants to travel with the guys because he wants to learn more about where he is and what this place is about, but he does not want to be identified. So he's just gonna lay low and start figuring out his own gears. He's gonna open up his shoulder and start playing around and seeing that's what that does.
We call that self-discovery. When Slake went through that, and then Cog, what do you? Dugan Schmirf.
Oh, he's going to got a week,
Yeah, 5 days.
5 days. All right. He's going to check on Kev, try to collect rent from him, and he's he's gonna have to
Here's some hair.
harass the homeless like the 20th
Okay,
level.
so just normal activities. Got
Yeah,
it.
just
Normal day. Normal Tuesday.
At the end of, I don't know how long we're planning, but the way downtime work is we plan out a few weeks and then we roll to see how many weeks have gone by. And I believe we've already rolled, right? Ahmed, how many weeks of downtime?
Well, it didn't say how many was on my sheet.
Do you remember our roll from last time?
I think we had 10 days.
10 days? Okay, so Slake is going to continue crafting in that second days. Agony is going to buy some stuff with the money that you get. We get 400 gold pieces each. Dee Dee's also going to spend some time buying. Capra,
Capra's buying some stuff.
purchasing. Dugan, Schmirf, do you have something to spend 400 gold on?
no, not really.
Okay, so what do you do?
He's going to. I guess, yeah, he's going to try and find somewhere to keep his gold because he's not the type to put it in a bank. So.
In the factory?
Yeah,
Okay, so you're going to explore the factory, basically
yeah.
looking for...
Explore and yeah.
okay, and Cog?
Cog's going to ask if Agony will train with him. He's seen Agony move similar to him some way. He doesn't exactly, it doesn't have the exact same training as him, but he has the same type of general physical training. So he asks if we'd help him train to discover what his physique can do.
It appears I need it, is what Agony says.
For the record, Dugan offered to train with you until you swatted him out of the air like a gnat. Then he accused you of cheating and walked away grumpily.
Yeah, Agony, you end up spending some time with Agony, so in the time that he's not out buying some stuff, including a new polearm.
You know what? Agony did have a rough time
Yep.
on all fronts. Like, it went about as bad as it could go. His
But-
breath didn't do the job it needed to do. He failed to the fear effect. He failed to the next fear effect, and he smashed his own weapon trying to take on, and ran away. It was about as bad as it could possibly go.
Yep.
Bad day for that man.
Spending some time with Cog, though, you do see that by the end of that 5 days, if we do get through it, that he's starting to feel a little bit better about himself. But he was kind of down in the dirt during that time. So if you say we have 10 days, that means self-discovery. Ahmed, I guess you decide what you discover.
No, he's just trying to learn more about himself, trying to give himself like maybe a temporary +1 whenever he goes to repair himself.
Okay. Dugan Schmirf, does anything happen to him in 5 days while he's harassing homeless people?
No. Go ahead.
He will try and move his pickpocketing a bit farther out of Old Stacks, but is there a Thieves Guild or is it just the Syndicate?
So,
Or
Mark.
is the Thieves Guild part of the Syndicate? I would love to work on the Syndicate, by the way.
So Mark.
So it sounds like we have masters of domains.
Yep.
Would you like to be the master of the syndicate?
The only thing that we've established, and this is offline conversation, is there are 9 families in the syndicate.
Mm-hmm.
The part that I didn't say out loud because I was going to introduce this is that, you know what, I'll float the idea actually offline to whoever decides to be the lore master of the syndicate. But there are 9 quasi-noble families. And the way that they see that it is their right to prey upon non-humans
Okay.
because they're Imperials, damn it.
Okay.
But like the lawful neutral empire, that sort of thing, and there might be
So-
there might be a hellish influence to like the leaders.
When did Damien get here? Because That's exactly how we think.
No. Remember, Volcanica has
Yeah, I
the
know.
high church or the low church of Asmodeus in the Imperium on it. So
Additionally, we might have skipped over some of those other. We can't pinpoint timing relative to other campaigns, and we don't
Yeah.
cross them.
plus or minus 5
Yeah.
years from Dread and
Yeah.
Circus is the safe kind of
Yeah.
area.
Okay.
Not yet, anyways. Not yet. Yeah, I'm sure when we're 12th level with these guys, it's like, okay, yeah, it's time to gotta do something else.
Darren shows up, kicks all of our asses, takes our toys.
So, and then we've already established that some of the neighborhoods feel like gangs of New York.
Okay, I was thinking.
So it's like there's crime families, but they probably don't directly send out their mofos to go rob like convenience stores.
No,
they
no,
probably have
these
some
sub
hierarchy of
contractors, if
exactly,
you will, report to them.
and gangs that serve
Yeah.
indirectly and all sorts of chaos that
and
way.
they pay tribute all the way up, like a. All right, yeah, okay, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I figure, Dugan Smurf he's not a member of the local gang and doesn't pay tribute. So as soon as they see him or find out he's working somewhere, they look for him and shoo him off, and he gets in trouble that way. Maybe he got away with it this week.
So are you saying that your normal activity is actually sleight of handing to earn coin?
Yeah, he steals to earn money.
Because there are rules for earning money. Skilled is each week it's half your check in gold pieces per week.
Okay, well then I guess that's what he's doing this week.
Okay, so that's the normal week then. So you're actually earning money, and it's through sleight of hand.
That, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Question, Marty. How long has Agony been in the abandoned factory?
He arrived there, I don't know, like a month before everyone else got here.
And we've been here probably for about
This is the 5th week of 5 days each. So you guys have been here almost as...
twice as.
He was there for 30 days or 25 days. You guys have been here for 25 days. So he was new. He found this place.
Yeah.
So, as I'm going through the first week, because we didn't roll any encounters, Dugan Schmurf, does he get to earn his money robbing?
Ooh.
I guess if he fails his check, he gets
Yeah,
caught,
you gotta
right?
fail. You gotta roll.
Okay.
Well, so
Thing is-
I'm just going to propose that
Yeah.
normally sleight of hand is DC 20. Anything less than DC 20, people get a chance to do bad things to you.
Yeah. So
So
who are you targeting? You see an old home
muted.
broken down. Oh, what? Who's muted?
I'm muted.
You have options of a wealthy home, middle class home, low income home. Or
No, well,
strangers on the street.
his preference is upper class market areas because he doesn't like breaking into homes. He prefers to have the ability to just fly the fuck away, and he picks pockets,
Okay.
and he just looks for rich people. It's just the people he'd most like to pickpocket are in areas where he's very much discouraged from being.
His preference is heavily inebriated, not paying attention wealthy people with burgeoning coin purses.
Those are his favorites. Yeah.
And you're invisible while you do this. When you steal something, it doesn't break your invisibility, correct?
I don't think so. No.
I think steals would because they are combat maneuvers, whereas
Did
a
a
sleight of
steal
hand.
check.
Yeah.
If I did a steal check, yeah. But
So,
this
what
is
do you
sleight
roll?
of hand to pick a pocket.
Sleight of hand.
Okay, sleight of hand then.
Additionally, I can do it from medium range. So I don't actually have to go up to the person. I can just lift it and like the bag of coins drags across the street.
Yeah, you know what? Roll. Roll a sleight of hand, and let's see. If you roll low.
I got a 25.
You always love it when the characters have this power that is like a prestige class capstone power, but they get it at like first level. You know, it's one of those things. Like arcade trickster,
so
why would you arcade trickster?
he basically that week
got it at
he earns 12 and a half gold pieces that week. by just opportunistically lifting purses.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
So
Mark, you got that marked down?
Yeah, I'm putting it down.
All right.
So-
Didi and Capra are going to do most of their trading at Granimir's, and then there's a weaponsmith guy, the hobgoblin guy, that they're going to sell the weapons at.
So I would like to spend a DM point to create the pawn shop with which Dingleberry needs to buy his masterwork flute or panpipes back, because he had to pawn them previously because he didn't start with the thing that the gear that the creature normally starts with. So he wants to be able to use his racial powers, so he has to buy back his pan flute. So I would like to create a
Just do it at Granimir's.
we can pound it to Granimir?
Yeah.
Okay. We can use Granimir to buy back my pipes from Granimir.
And I will spend a DM point to have those pipes that have been cursed by. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna do
I'm going to
that.
cool too.
Okay, so there's some DM points being spent. Let me make sure we've got the tallies here. Everything gets reset to 3. The stream spent 1. Ahmed, you've got the complication. Like somebody's looking for those bracers. Adam spent a DM point to have Granimir be the one with his pipes.
Has my pipes.
What are his pipes worth? Because we're keeping track of how much money goes through Granimir's shop.
Oh, that's awesome. Masterwork magic musical instruments are worth 100 gold pieces.
Okay.
Marty, that
And then
Bracers link is you're keeping track of that? Like if my name is against it?
yeah, I can. I'll just type all the things.
Not a name. I'm sorry. I'm just trying. I'm
Open
ready.
bracers of burglary. Yep. Were owned by a famous thief in what's the foundry? And the connections is to Dugan and the party, I guess. And the DM is Ahmed for now for that
How
one.
can they be yours? They'd only fit on your fingers. Look at them. They're tiny.
Cool. So we each have 400 gold pieces at the end of that particular week of downtime, and then we'll get to Slake's crafting in a moment. I don't think he's finished in 5 days. All right. Cog ends up training. Dugan Schmurf explores the factory. Does he find a place, Ahmed, to store his goods, like a little hidey hole?
He would prefer and like up
Give me a search.
out of the way place. Okay. Search. So perception.
Or,
A famous thief around Volcanica. Sorry. So it's a Volcanica. It's a world-renowned thief.
give me
It's
a,
a problem.
not
Is
a,
what we call them. We call them problems.
Cheers,
not a
Crush.
perception. Give me a stealth check.
A stealth check. Okay.
Yes, I want a stealth check, please.
That's a good check.
30.
Okay, so if someone goes to perceive where you've hidden something,
Oh my. All right. I will just put.
You found
hidey-
you the DC of your hidey hole.
Yeah, hidey hole DC 30. I will put that next to the treasure.
Where is it?
Which map?
Are you asking me or Ahmed?
I'm asking either.
it would be. I would leave it up to you. You can select where it is.
You're rolling a D8 because there's 8 Steelrose maps, and we're gonna...
I would assume that you want something that it's very hard to get to,
Yeah, like he prefers like something in the rafters or something.
and some maybe something down like a tiny hole where a tiny creature could
The
crawl down.
stairwell has a good a good high roof with lots of nooks and crannies. It's very vertical.
That sounds good.
Okay. Yeah. Put a little thing on the map where your hidey hole is. Because eventually the characters will notice, like, hey, how come Dugan always... Dugan hangs up there.
We'll say like up there, right in the corner up there.
Okay, I'm going to put a little blue dot for...
Dugan's hole.
Good.
The Dug hole. Dole. Bob Dole.
My bro.
Dugan's Hole. Awesome. Cool. Then Capra and Didi and Agony are buying stuff. Agony is just going to replace his, with the 400 gold, add the 400 gold to your character sheets. He's going to replace his Lucerne Hammer, if that's all right. That effectively is his money. Like, he has some left over.
It's a common thing to buy a Masterwork Lucerne Hammer.
Okay.
How many days are we in now?
This is we're finishing the second chunk of 5 days.
Okay.
Capra is going to. Like, you have them. And my flute. He actually talks better than he plays. He doesn't play the flute terribly well, but he has a masterwork flute.
Just an FYI, I'm rolling some d20s over here. So
You actually busted the box over there, and I
decisions will be
didn't bother
made
to open it
here.
up. And as well, he purchases 5 of those searing arrows from the weaponsmith.
Cool.
Nice.
Subtract those from the weaponsmith. Also, can you add some money to the weaponsmith's commerce?
Now,
And then you asked about what got refilled by what's his name's
Granamir.
Granamir. Let me just go to donjonbin.sh. If you're all right with this, Ahmed, I'll just generate a low-level magic item to fill in that slot. Yeah. Okay. Pathfinder. There's a shop generator. I'm just going to take the first item that comes up in the magic shop generator.
what is that creature?
Which one?
The armor smith.
That is a hobgoblin.
Sorry.
It's called the Hobgoblin's Arsenal, so I'm assuming it's a strategically shaved hobgoblin.
No, it's not the weaponsmith, the armor smith.
He's got a +2 buckler
That's a really good buckler.
that goes into that pile.
That's a kobold. Kobold named Old Jerk.
Okay. That is a cool hobgoblin. But he's a nasty looking dude.
Yeah.
So what we're talking about right now is that we've got shops, and we're kind of as we go building up a system where the more commerce you do at a particular shop, it will grow larger in the quality and number of magic items that it will have on hand, as well as the base purchase limit will go up as per the settlement rules. So
and business, like money through shop equals purchases.
selling and buying.
Selling and buying? Okay.
Yeah.
So you put the sale number in?
Yes. I put it into Granamir's. I have not put anything in the armor smiths and the weapons.
Okay, so I put in the purchases to both Granamir and the armor smith that I made.
Cool.
I could put the Lucerne Hammer there as well if you'd like.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, and then so we're not finished. So we bought some stuff. Didi wants to purchase. I made a note.
Dee Dee's getting 15 gold from Cog because he borrowed that from her last time.
Cool. Crafting shopping list. So Didi wants to buy a Masterwork longbow small, because right now she's just using a regular bow.
So 400 gold pieces, I believe.
370.
The
370.
It's not a composite longbow.
Oh,
She
not
doesn't have-
composite.
yeah, she doesn't have
She
the
doesn't
strength.
want the extra range.
so something is
No
going to
strength.
happen at the dusk on the 5th day. So if we're getting close to that, keep that in mind and let me know.
We're past the 5th day. We're into the second chunk.
Of the second chunk. The last
okay.
day.
So on day 10.
Yeah, yeah, okay. We're almost there, and then we. So Didi basically spends her money. She's got 30 gold left over, plus the 15 from 30 plus 15.
Got my flute back. Pretty soon I'm gonna have enough to make a bow. You made your bow. It's really easy.
And
It's
she's
pretty
going to
small.
call this Twiggy Wiggy, because Twiggy is just going to go into her stowed gear. Like, she's got her own little. She'll throw Twiggy back. She'll let the party on the next cell thing. There's a regular longbow. Small. Bye, Twiggy. Okay, and then I've already pre-figured out the DCs for this, and this is pretty funny. Agony is starting to work on his full plate. Now, he's not very good at this. So there could be many weeks of Slake fucking up his full plate. And just getting angry and beating metal into weird shapes.
He's replaced the tools for creating armor with punching.
Yep. So Slake needed 50 gold pieces worth of tools, which he could afford. So he's got masterwork, armor, smith, tools.
I had no idea Slake was a neo-industrial sculptor.
Which brings his bonus to +8.
It's not bad.
Well, when you're looking for 20s, though...
Yeah, and the DC of his crafting... so first he has to spend 500 gold pieces. Oh, he doesn't have enough.
Oh.
Does he want to start on a shield?
He will start the Masterwork Tower Shield instead then. He has to pay 60 gold pieces, which is 1/3 the market price. It is moderate difficulty. He could do this in 3 days. If he succeeds, a DC 18 check. Now, my question to you, Ahmed, can he double the time to get a bonus on his roll? Like, can he spend 2 weeks on the shield instead of 1 to get a +2 on his roll?
So Cog sees what he's doing and sees that he's kind of experimenting, and he suggests to him that you should spend some time figuring out how this works with some practice materials. So you spend some time getting materials that look similar to the shield and start practicing for that period of time, and you get a bonus.
Okay.
From your experience.
So basically what I'm hearing is if he fucks up the first time, he can get a bonus on the second time that he does it.
Yes.
Because he's got enough money and time in 10 days to try 3 times to build a Masterwork Tower Shield.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. First attempt at Masterwork Tower Shield. DC 18. 15. Son of a fucking bitch! he like hit it, clang, it all falls apart. Goes stomping back in.
You have a +2 from your experience.
Okay.
Yeah, how much of the materials are salvageable, or is it none of the materials are salvageable?
I don't think he failed by 5.
He didn't fail by 5, so I think his.
The furnaces aren't working, right?
There's one furnace that's up, but a tower shield is primarily wood with metal backer, so.
Yeah.
Furnace is not usually how you make a wooden shield. At least not the main part of it.
You're using wood, but the metal parts are probably the hard thing.
So fail a check. If he fails, the item's not completed. Work for another unit of time and try again. If he fails by 5 or more, he lost stuff. So it basically fell apart, but he's like rescrewing the bolts back in and replaces a board. You know, boards don't cost anything apparently. So
that's fine.
23. He marches back out to Cog and Slake, who are practicing. He's like, "Hit it now!"
They take turns starting to smack it lightly and then a little bit more harder.
Yep.
And Slake feels confident that his shield is...
There's one point, and I'm sure like it would make a really good comic book like scene image where Slake is pushing both Agony and Cog like across the ground as they're both trying to hold him up with his shield in front.
All right, we get the point already.
He reused the base from his other shield, so like his shield can actually like sit upright. Like he could take his hand out of it, and the shield can sit upright. Like it can be like a little.
It's a proper
wall.
tower shield.
Yeah, it's a proper tower shield. Cool. So that cost him 60 gold pieces and basically his 2 weeks. And I'll cross that off the list. And I think he's confident now that once he has more money, that he'll start on the not masterwork full plate, just regular old scrappy full plate.
Where did he? Which vendor did he buy the materials from, or did he buy materials from a vendor?
He would have bought materials from the armor dude, so you can
All
put
right.
60 gold pieces there.
I will. Eventually, I'm going to need some cool armor. So somebody.
Which means he's got 340 gold pieces, and he complains that we need more money, and goes and wanders around the factory.
You know who has lots of money? Wizards have lots of money.
Yeah, point the way.
Calm down, all in good time.
If you'd be willing to wear a disguise, I know a few people who've got money.
But if you really need it, I could lend you some because I have nothing to purchase at the time. But
Oh, these folks love lending money.
well, I know he's going to pay me back because I will need it at some point to purchase some gear.
That's the best part about these guys. They don't care if you pay them back.
I'm worried.
Is he hearing?
I'm worried about Slake. You know when you stub your toe and eventually you stub your toes, right?
No, I never stubbed my toes.
Well, when the god of stubbing your toe or hitting your funny bone strikes, then 947 and it eventually goes away.
Yeah.
Well, it goes away because you're a living creature and your body heals naturally.
And there's like a bunch of pixie dust that goes flying when she kind of does naturally with jazz hands.
Naturally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jazz hands.
Yep.
Slake isn't.
She glances at Cog like she doesn't want to hurt Cog's feeling.
Slake's naturalness has been compromised by the metal being he's become, which means that when he feels a hurt, like in his heart, because I don't think he has a heart, I snuck up to him and listened, and there's something inside there that's going ka-chug, 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 and it is not a heart. It's more like an engine.
Well, that would explain the grotesque decapitations.
I don't think he gets tired when he gets angry. You know when people get, like...
Angry.
Yeah. You know those rats we saw the other day, Capra? And they were really going at it?
Yeah.
And then we found them napping later?
Yep. They were.
Well, maybe that's a bad analogy.
Well, I'm still stuck on the stubbing your toes thing. I've never had that happen.
It's because you don't have toes. You got hooves.
Yep.
I think I get what
these things against anything. Kunk.
I think I get what you're getting.
Maybe if
at.
I make a picture, I can explain it better.
When Agony went off running in the middle of the fight, ways away, and then he come back all breathing heavy after the fight was over, missed all of the danger. He was quite tired.
It was a spell that purposefully makes someone run away.
Oh, it could have happened to anyone, but it happened to you.
He turns his head and just like...
Cog looks at him like knowing, like,
I think I understand. We need to find Slake a lady giant golem dwarf thing.
Slake feels normal when he feels pain.
No, what I'm saying is that his pain doesn't go away because he doesn't get tired. He doesn't need to eat. He doesn't need to sleep. It's just always there, and there's no, natural release.
Maybe it's install a valve.
I think that's why he's so mad, and it's like, he's always this mad! You can't be mad when you're sleeping!
It's got to be going, there's like a up and down.
Cog, do you have an off switch? Do you think Agony's got an off switch?
Well, there is something interesting I have been thinking about is we were in the carts when we first met you Well, I don't remember before that much, but I mean, we woke up when we came out of the car.
There's all sorts of spells. I'm pretty sure that wizards make spells that affect constructs. I don't know those spells, but I don't know. Agony, you're a wizard, right?
No.
We don't use the W word.
I do
Slake
have
just comes running from the next room. Die!
I do have magic in my blood, as do many of my people.
Oh, yeah. Dragons are magical. Okay. Well,
Magical and courageous.
maybe if we meet one of these wizards, wise guys, maybe we meet one of these wise guys, maybe we could ask them, hey, do you know any spells to make, constructs?
Capra is going to roll his spellcraft check.
More, relaxed.
Go ahead with that. Go ahead, third level character.
With a 10 in. 9. Hold monster.
Yeah, hold monster. Or, well, we don't want to control him.
Yeah, she overheard S say something about whoever's controlling him, please. Remember S was yelling something about, controlling them, right?
Yelling about
Yes.
owners.
Yeah.
Why were you out of control was the statement. Where is your controller?
So, I think stupid constructs, which you and Slake are neither. You're not stupid. You're the opposite of stupid.
No, they're definitely not stupid.
So
They never say they're stupid.
But I think dumb constructs might be controlled. Oh.
there might be an item like that that may control us. I don't know.
Oh, that would be bad.
That would be very bad.
Oh, that's bad. He can't see me when I'm invisible, right?
She turns invisible.
I think so. The one thing I'm fairly certain of is that Slake is very upset about losing the things he used to have. His feelings, his taste, his
Oh, he still has his feelings.
his hunger.
I don't know if he's got the full spectrum of feelings. He seems to have one particular feeling really,
Very mechanically. Ting, 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 ting. He cannot feel things specifically with his body.
You seem to have adjusted quite fine.
I had lived a long life and felt death. He was captured, perhaps. I do not know.
He mentioned he was a dwarf, although he doesn't look it.
His attitude definitely screams dwarf.
Question. In this time period, are there brain doctors?
This is early industrial, so yeah, why not?
Yes, there are. Brain doctors were like
Okay.
100 years before then.
Yep.
Wither King jokingly, I think, had an idea that Slake finds a therapist. But what if there's one of the characters knows of one of these brain doctors who they think might be able to help Slake. However, the brain doctor sees an opportunity for more nefarious uses for someone like Slake.
That sounds good. Sounds like a DM point.
I will spend a DM point for that if
We've created. There's now a new thread that's out there. Who knows of the brain doctor? You're the one who spent the point, so.
Okay, what do we got here?
Or it could just be a dangling open thread.
Or it could be just a dangling open thread. Yeah.
Still early.
You know what? I'm going to say Capra has done work for the doctor, and Capra knows of him.
Perfect. I'll be the one who gets punched when it goes sideways.
I didn't actually look at it that way, but yes, you will.
He's got hit points. He'll be
And now
fine.
he's
So
mad at
I'm going to ask a
wizards
question.
and
So
psychiatry.
psychology is a gift to the Imperium from what group or faction? From what race or faction? Is this like the Elven?
No, I can't see it being.
Or is it
Elven.
Or is it
It's
human?
elven.
Is it a human thing?
I think it is. I think it's a human thing.
Okay.
Yeah, because the elves' longevity would
And I
have
actually
different
picture, like,
psychological problems.
I actually picture like, oh my god, we could do a whole shit thing in an asylum. Fuck. Anyway, I actually picture like these kidnapped elves, like them trying to understand the elven mind, and just holding them for like generations of humans,
Oh, that's awesome.
studying them.
Okay, so there's Freud's a
Oh, I'm
thing.
working on the asylum.
Yes. The trick would be to calm him down long enough to get him to sit down to discuss his feelings.
I did a job at a place where they did that. They had like pictures and little like finger paintings and chairs in a circle.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should definitely hire the brain doctor.
Yeah, the brain doctors. Yeah. So they had an infestation problem, and there's some really sad people there. You know how he's always like really angry? There's people there who are like really sad, or really screamy, or really whimpery.
Yeah, we either
Some of them
got
are laughy. There's happy ones too, but there's more of the other ones.
a good mix of emotions
Yeah.
in a natural way.
There's a bunch of pixie dust, but it's coming from nowhere.
In a natural way.
Natural way.
This is dusk of the 5th day. Do you guys ever set up a watch anymore or not?
Apparently, we just live in this place, so we're coming and going, and
We set up cans and things to fall down by the doors at night.
The ones who sleep got spoiled by having people who don't sleep, I think is what
That's probably, yeah.
And the ones who don't sleep got bored of just standing outside or on top of the building. Like,
Slake will keep watch, but he's like just always awake and doing
Building
stuff.
armor.
Yeah, building armor, or he's like preparing for his big
right now
craft.
he's doing the preparations.
Yep.
You guys, you're having a conversation and you start hearing this. It's rhythmic, methodical, and it's coming out from somewhere near the entrance, and it's just like echoing throughout the place.
Is it a knocking? Because that sound was
It's metal on metal.
okay.
So yep. Give me a.
So is this for everyone, or is this certain people, or
You guys all hear it. Profession, or
profession? What?
profession. Metalwork.
Okay, there's a craft or a profession sort of thing.
Craft will work.
All right.
Slake definitely can roll this.
Yep. He
Okay.
will roll a craft. He's like, that's not me. He gets a 9. And just thinks it's street noise.
Capra only has craft taxidermy, which wouldn't he doesn't do big taxidermy, so he may not be familiar with like metalwork. But 19.
Mark, there's a big wash basin that's hanging from ropes from the ceiling, and that's where
I'm trying to find which
if-
map's that.
Cog. So you guys are not sure. You guys just your
What?
map, your regular map,
What's the regular map?
the conversation one we're on right now.
Oh, conversation. Okay.
Sorry.
we're in furnace.
Okay, we're in furnace. All right, there we go.
Yeah, that you guys are there, and that's when you start hearing this stuff.
All right.
Let's see if Cog, with his craft.
The city's noisy and dirty. Dee Dee's just sitting in her sleeping bucket doing finger paintings.
Pretending she's out in a noisy, dirty city.
she's like,
And there's a sun
Cog
and a
got
moon.
a 29. Someone's striking something. It's a structure inside the factory somewhere.
Okay. Dugan got a 20.
Something with a hammer.
All right, sounds like we have an infestation. Capra's gonna scout, like, go try to sneak up on whatever is.
Yep.
Assuming there's an animal or something in the building.
I should go make sure they pay the rent.
If they're animals or insects, that's my domain.
Agony is
Your domain.
Agony is eager to prove himself in combat and will be a little more reckless.
Dragons and sorcerers, his domain.
Okay, so you guys using the sound.
Mage armor is cast, though. He's still not an idiot.
Okay. Yep. Cog drinks a mutagen. Wait, mutagen? Oh yeah, mutagen. Yeah.
I would imagine, yeah.
You guys start making your way around, looking from, like, you know, you're figuring out where the sound's coming from. With your rolls and knowing the place, you figure out it's coming from the entranceway. I will position you guys there.
Okay. We're on the entrance map now.
Yeah, I'll get you there.
He's got the power to force us.
I do.
Force players to current map.
I do.
Center players on current view.
You actually,
Center player to current view.
from where you were and the way you're moving, like to get to that location, you guys pass through the outside entrance. Is it the center players? Enforce. There it is. Let me know when you guys can see that, Poppy.
Yep.
Yep.
The hell is
So,
that?
so you guys are walking somewhere out here, and you think you can. You're walking somewhere up here, and you hear the noise coming from somewhere way over there. Give me a quick perception checks.
No, I will do it.
Okay.
Oh, if
Well,
I
I already
can,
gave you quick perception checks.
if I can
They're
spell,
quick.
if I can spell perception, what's going on?
Well, that's why. It's acronyms. A quick P check. Check P. Or did script not go?
The script didn't go. Here we go. Oh, we'll do the first. The
I
first
also
group.
did it.
Yeah.
So.
First group.
Okay, so you guys see a medium-sized, mostly metal cart, just parked on the side and chained to one big-ass pipe coming on the side of the structure. It looks fairly secure. It doesn't look like there's nobody near it. It looks like it's really, like, there's a lot of panels on it that are closed, but it doesn't look like it's been fully secured. So whoever has put it there is kind of.
It's a large cart full of stuff.
It looks, yeah, but this stuff it can be closed up, like the panels can all be closed up, but they're not. And the stuff, when you take a look at it, is a lot of Slake recognizes it. It's like, because of your craft, your armor craft, it's a lot of metalwork stuff. There's big clamps, there's very big shears, like hand drills, like cranks that are, that drill through the steel.
Are these? Is this some sort of scavenger's cart?
You continue moving to the other map. Hey, it's fun DMing. I will put you there. Don't you worry, sir.
Oh, sorry, I jumped the gun.
Dugan was already off thieving. I mean, welcoming the neighbors.
Oh, look, someone brought us a cart of gold. Ish things.
So, interesting. Wonder what that's about. Who it is.
so Capra looks disappointed when he finds it's not wild animals or bugs. It's like, oh, it's people.
So you guys, as you're coming around, what are you gonna do? You gonna stealth?
No.
Not stealthing? Okay.
Like in Dugan's mind, it's a salvager. Like he's not scared of some dude looking for scrap.
Are you trying to steal my house?
Can you guys? Are you guys on the map now?
I see a dude with a big nose and some goggles.
Okay, because Marty's not seeing that.
No, we're having that same problem again.
Oh, okay. Okay, sorry. I was waiting for that screen to refresh. Let's open up a player view on this laptop. Here we go. Okay, so I'll wait till that comes up and then start describing. So you guys come down. You came from if you see the map, on that left side, that hallway, that there's a stairwell that led you down, and you walked back from the back forward. And the dinging stops. It continues again. Sometimes it's louder, sometimes it's slower. You're starting to gather what is going on.
What map should I be on?
Oh, sorry.
Entranceway.
Entranceway. Here, I'll force.
Steelrose Mill entranceway.
See if that works.
There's a dude. There's a dude who looks like he used to fly a plane.
I enforced.
Yeah,
And he ate too many sandwiches.
Oh, he must be very good. Look at the size of him.
Oh, there's 6 against 1.
Clearly, he's not starving.
Excuse me, says Agony.
Oh, look what we have here.
He's got what must be a 60, 70 pound, like, bar of steel. He's moving it around with his big, meaty arm. Kind of like Adam's much bigger brother.
I'll fight him.
and he's got a big hammer on the side and big shears. And he looks like he's just taking something apart.
He's like a big anime character. Like,
yeah, he's just a big guy.
Excuse me, but this dwelling is occupied.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that you were here. But my name is Benson, Alum-Knight Benson. I'm an Alum-Knight. But what do we have here? What are you?
I am the most fearsome creature you'll ever meet, sir.
Oh, Faye. Oh, look at you. Nice. Oh, wonderful.
He said, "Get out."
Oh,
Slake walks forward and just stands there.
My. Look at you. You're wonderful.
But he puts the metal stuff
he doesn't
down.
take too kindly to compliments.
Sticks his
or
hand in his
insults.
pocket, pulls out a piece of paper, unfurls it.
This is my, well, it's been my temple for a long time. But this is my temple.
And it's got official documentation stating that this factory is this man's temple and is his right to purify.
All right, at this point, Dugan is just behind Agony of Cole's calf. Like, that's it, Agony. You gotta hold me back, or I'm gonna tear you apart.
He sits down. He doesn't look very worried. You guys are very perceptive. There is a short sword and a scabbard on the side. He's not even reaching for it. He just sits down. He's made himself like there's a little sandwich he's got on
He
the
still
side.
has like the 8-foot-long hammer.
It's all on the side.
Dee Dee's gonna flutter down and see if she can get a look at the paper, because Slake isn't reading paper. He's staring at the dude.
Oh, well, here.
You can give it Cogwell. It's kind of
For some reason, I can't move my token.
I can't move my token either.
Why can't you guys?
I don't know.
Somebody's moving tokens.
I'm able to move him.
Well, it's not a problem unless combat breaks out. So.
Are you as a DM or as a player?
I'm a DM.
Oh, Marty.
I'm both. I can do both.
The player can move as well?
Yep.
Okay, I'll log out. Okay.
Maybe I'll do the same. Continue, please.
So, Capra, you know what these guys are. Once he said Alum-Knight, you recognize you've done work with these people before. You know what they are. But first, I want you to give me a knowledge local.
Did I clean the rats out, or was it squirrels, or was it insects?
Same from Dewdrop and from Dugan.
Does it need check work?
An insect will work.
I don't know where I'm from. 4.
DD's got a 27.
Edie, you see.
This place is a factory. Why is it a temple?
You see this on his neck, hanging on his neck, and you recognize it, and you are certain that he's saying who he is. You know who these guys are. These guys are a group of crafters who religiously repair and see to it that anything that is already functioning continues to function. And what it means by temple, with your role, what it means by temple for him is this guy comes in and purifies by taking in some of the broken, they call it Vecchia, and they relieve some of this broken parts, and they start going around the neighborhoods calling out Vecchia, Vecchia everywhere they go. And they come into their temple and every, say, month or so to replenish their stock and to continue going around.
So they take broken things and
So this guy's taken they take broken down, like this furnace or whatever that machine is. He's
Yep.
breaking that down and he's cutting it into like a rectangle, a circle, a long bar, a thin bar, a fat bar. He's making like templates that he's going to use to start going around and repairing things with.
okay. So like they're like a holy order of recyclers.
Yeah, he's got a holy symbol on his chest.
What
and
what
you
god?
also know, sorry?
What god?
This is one of the this is the architect. They follow the architect,
Oh, one of the faces of the five-faced god. Okay.
right? Their sect is called. Give me one moment here.
Oh, you're a holy man. You're one of the Vecchia guys.
Huh?
Vecchia.
What's that?
There's
a lot of faith here.
Yes. You know something that these guys, nobody messes with them because there's a lot of them, and if you can see from him, they're all really strong.
Oh, yeah.
So
You're...
they come to each other's aid.
Okay, so, yeah, this factory doesn't work, but if you could not take things so that the factory falls down, because we're living here, we pay rent to that little blue guy over there.
Oh,
I'm the landlord.
fine. That's not a problem at all.
If you want to have a temple here, you got to pay the rent.
So I'll tell you what. Why don't you take some of the Vecchia I've got here, and you can spend it wisely.
And Vecchia too.
Oh,
All right then.
you're just gonna give us stuff? Oh, okay.
Oh,
It's not cursed, is it?
He picks up a very, very ceremoniously and very holy, picks up a cleaned bar, like a metal bar. He goes, here you go.
Uh,
Make sure you use it wisely.
give it to Slake.
Ah,
Slake's like ready to punch someone, but
oh,
Have you got anything shiny?
what do I do with this?
well, with this you can actually fix a hinge. That part I've cut, and there's a little bit more work to do around the edges. Some sanding and a couple of drill holes there and there, and that will replace a hinge quite well. Yes. This is a brass piece. They call brass. Yes.
Are we doing? Sorry to interrupt. Are we doing training? Like we need mentors and things in this campaign, or no?
Didn't
So
decide.
far we haven't brought it up.
We haven't brought that up.
I was thinking this guy could teach Slake how to not fuck up his metal.
Or just help him with the armor.
This is the same multiverse where training is a thing.
This
so
guy and this
yeah.
whole story happened before Slake started crafting anything. So you're like, he's crafting. I'm like,
I'm not spending a DM point to bring back the mentor rules.
Hey, Slake, weren't you just making something?
I wasn't making a hinge.
Well,
do you have anything that's big and thick and barrel shaped and like?
Do you got
No.
anything that's good for a shield?
he
are you looking to make?
No, you finished the shield. We smacked it and everything. It was a good shield.
I want to make full plate.
Or to make armor? I mean,
he scratches his head. He pulls on his mustache, handlebar.
well, I mean, it is not my field. I do not wish to make things that break. Vecchia shouldn't be used that way.
You heard him say Vecchia, Slake, and you have a flashback for whatever a construct would have a flashback. But when he said Vecchia like that,
Mm-hmm.
you had a flashback, and a box is being closed on top of you.
Okay.
Like a box is closing.
Mm-hmm.
You hear faintly in the background, like that, and there's a whistling, like that.
Like a train whistle or like a
You're not sure.
steam whistle?
You're not sure.
What does Vecchia mean?
Oh, it just means metal rods.
Now, it wasn't him that said Vecchia. It wasn't his voice.
Yep.
But you've heard it.
It just represents the remaining life that this metal can provide. It can still go, It's everywhere here.
He slowly comes closer. He goes, "Would you mind if I take a quick look at you?"
Where did my metal come from? Can you tell me that? And he's kind of like, can you tell me that? You know,
He's so into what you are and how you're moving, like the hinges and what the metal is, that he's not perceiving the threat.
Yep.
He's looking at the thing like,
Wow, look at that.
Slake only has a +4 intimidate too. He's kind of
no, this guy's just his. There's a lot of brainwashing in these guys. That's what you're getting.
If you need me to I could take a look. That's not a problem. If I can't do it here, I could ask the church to definitely find out where your metal is from.
So your church thing, is it like
Hmm?
do they like the thems, or are they more like the smashy guys? What it respects them?
So, knowledge, religion. You guys know what the religion is?
I don't have knowledge religion.
Okay. And so I was gonna roll for Cog, but he's been awake for 2 weeks.
Well, I mean,
Dee Dee rolls another 19 for a 27 on knowledge religion.
You know that they repair constructs. They want constructs to keep going. They don't care if they care if they break. They want to keep them going.
I got a question for you. Given that you guys are all into constructs and that sort of thing.
yeah. For some of us, yes.
Oh, I'm being rude. Hi, I'm Dee Dee.
There you are.
Yeah.
Oh, look at you.
Duke is over there, and this is Slake and Cog. But we'd ask you to not tell all...
Staten. Call me that.
Staten? All right.
Yes. My born name.
So, is it illegal to create, like, a smart golem?
A smart golem? I haven't heard of one before. That information would be perhaps with the church. I could find out.
No,
That's not a
that's okay. We don't want all your friends coming here to, like, gawk at Slake. Slake's not really into all the gawking stuff, but, you know...
But I've never heard of it before.
Yeah, I heard you the first time. So...
Oh, yeah, because I've never heard of it before, yes.
I like
Capra is inspecting the big hammer that is not in his hands. He's picked up the hammer and is looking at it.
It's quite fine. Yes.
Smash a big rat with that one, I bet.
So if you just take a few metal
Made
things
it
from here,
myself.
that's fine. Maybe we could trade you the metal, as long as you don't make the place fall down, for,
Oh, God, don't worry.
a
My
little bit of
life is
information.
dedicated to this temple now. And hopefully by the time I die, the last metal will be removed. So it needs to stay up for at least that long.
And maybe you could help out where these two bolt heads come from.
Oh. I'm intrigued.
Slake looks at Dee Dee like, bullhead.
So, how often do you guys go back to your temple and talk to the other guys who...
As often as I need to, but
how often do you need to?
I usually go around once a month or so.
Oh, is it the beginning of the month? It's the end of the month.
I came back not too long ago from there just to replenish my metal from here. Then I'll start my cycle again.
She's
Once a month.
gonna try.
Like a club.
She's gonna try to convince Benson that they'll help gather all the bicca that he wants from this place if he keeps this on the down low. She's also doing this because she doesn't want the kind old man to die.
It is a 5-foot steps on the map. I don't know. If
Yeah, it's kind of like a.
Slowly bends around and that's the conversation.
These guys, he's very confident and not. He's not threatened. So Dee Dee, you've heard of these guys, although they're peaceful. If one of theirs is attacked, that they come out in force to that area to find out who did it.
Yeah,
And
a whole phalanx of clerics is probably not a good day for anyone.
preference.
No.
The whole... We don't know what the status of the potentially illegal constructs would be to their church.
Yep.
Oh, okay, so you're good with this?
Well, I mean, I try to. What we do is, perhaps let me explain.
How long does that dust stuff work?
Our life,
No,
we
enough.
trade our time.
Uh-huh.
We trade our time so that we can give Vecchia more time.
Yeah, you like the metal, and you like to reuse the old metal to
The
new things.
architect's work, although he may not have done it himself,
She
it's still done through his work.
she rolls her eyes and she really doesn't understand people who worship only one god, because wouldn't that get really boring after a while? So she's like,
Okay, yeah, the architect.
Oh, let me explain more then.
It's all right. So, we're gonna let you do your thing, and if you want to come back and talk to Slake and help him, like, do some crafting, maybe turn some bicca into armor, That would be great.
Well,
Will you help me make armor? I can
I'm
pay you.
generally against.
Give me charisma checks and who's leading and who's aiding.
Diplomacy?
Diplomacy?
Diplomacy check. Sorry. So
I got a +10, but I don't think he's got you.
Agony is just crossing his arms and...
who talked? So Dewdrop.
Yep.
Slake.
Slake will make a charisma check even though he's not...
And
Dugan
trained.
never shut up. What might be the...
he's gonna roll. Cog didn't do much, so he's kind of out of that.
Slake
So-
gets a 3. He probably detracts.
Yep. Capra.
Okay, Capra is gotta make the customers happy, do the thing, gotta do a die auto aid, because don't roll one, and it doesn't matter even anyway in this system.
There you go, Dugan.
23.
Nice. So you aid very much.
Which makes up for Slake's
Slake's
chewy...
not aiding.
Yep.
Slake not aided, or
Well, it's Slake's looking like a horrible monster that would be reported to the church for heresy.
well, I've got 1 aid.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, you're taking lead there, Dugan?
Oh, I didn't know. Well, I auto aid then. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't want to. No, I thought you guys were telling
All
me. the
right.
rules.
So, yeah. So,
Oh, the
you
30
auto aid.
would be
So,
nice.
29 is the total.
if I. So he sits down. He thinks, yes, my charm is to make Vecchia. If your battle is Vecchia, then anything that will help you live longer, move with life. This is incredible. Look at you. Then that would be. I would be fine with that.
Slake comes the closest to, like, blushing. He doesn't know what to do with these comments. They're almost like you handed him a baby or a cat or something like that. Be like,
He's looking around at the others to see if there's.
You're not playing a trick on me. These are not controlled, right?
They are not controlled. Although we are uncertain if it is possible to control them, says Agony.
Oh, incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, but you gotta keep it secret because we'll have people hunting him
Architect,
and
bless me.
Yes, before
Hey!
you learn about my god, Bilderbu. He's the fey god of flatulence humor.
Ah, fantastic.
By the way,
I'm gonna mark that one down.
happy birthday.
Which number is the flatulence god?
754.
Yeah, Bilderbu.
Builder Boo, the god of flatulence.
Specifically flatulence humor. There's a different god for flatulence. Unwanted flatulence.
Yeah.
That's a different guy.
Well, I will not always be here, but I will come back very so often. As my cycle will as I go through my cycle.
Slake is really strong. He can help you get like hard to reach and pick up Vecchia.
Oh, it's great.
He doesn't get
I-
tired either, so some good work might be nice.
Is it Vecchia when you pick it up, or is it Vecchia after you shine it up, or does you have to do a thing to it and then it's Vecchia? Oh,
Yeah,
Vecchia.
he stands up and turns.
Things you like.
He stands up and turns. And goes,
It's all Vecchia.
Yeah.
And when he says it again, Slake, you get the same flash, but it's a different voice. It's a very old voice.
I'm fairly certain Vecchia means spare parts, and that means that Slake is spare parts there, bud.
It's all Vecchia. It's all the same thing, Capper.
I don't mind. I don't
Okay.
mind at all. This, I think, is a blessing. I woke up this morning, as I told her, yes, this day will be the blessings on me day. So, yes, I don't mind at all.
Was this a friendly encounter you rolled? I see. The adventure generator threw you a softball, and therefore us a softball for your first encounter. I got it. Nice.
I've been, yeah. So it was really funny when he said he's trying to craft his armor. I'm like,
Fine.
Actually, so here's the thing.
Yeah?
He woke up and he's really cranky because he's actually not built right because he's broken. Because his shell isn't as secure as it's supposed to be. So, really, by helping secure his shell through his exoskeleton hide made of metal,
Yeah,
that would,
he
make
really-
him not broken.
yeah, he really needs a turtle shell for his fragile emotions.
Yeah, exactly.
My fragile what?
Nothing.
I know my words. I speak slowly, but I guarantee you, I am an Alum-Knight. Yes, I understand what he needs.
What do you need to gather? Says Slake. Slake's basically offering to put you to work. Put him to work.
I wouldn't want to impose, but if you're willing to help me in the temple,
I'm not going to no temple.
well, this is my temple officially. But that's fine. You can call it what you will.
Dee Dee's giggling. Is she a big metal place? She's like,
Well, it's kind of getting green here. I kind of like this. I kind of like this part.
That's fine. Means the brickyard is starting to be cleansed,
Oh yeah.
and nature will take over, and then something else might be built.
Are
Yeah.
you okay with him, Slake? Yeah, if he tries anything funny, he'll get a medal.
I love humor. It's great. You need it these days.
Alright, you boys help pick up the Vecchia, and I will help organize your cart. You go ahead, I'll get things started without you.
I'll leave some tools for you. Will help you to find and take apart some of the Vecchia. You'll
Oh
see.
yeah, that's exactly what I'll use him for.
he's going to. He's very interested in Slake. Cog is cool, but he hasn't been saying much. Slake is active, animate. He's very interested in Slake. He'll walk him to his cart in the other
Other map.
Okay, Slake follows. Dee Dee's keeping an eye on Slake to make sure he's a good boy.
What'd you say, mate? Smash an old man head into a wall.
Agony's just gonna linger in the shadows for a while.
Alright, so
You guys walk. He doesn't. There are no horses.
Capra will put his hammer down against this pipe, this beam over here.
Go. How do you do this? Is it enforce or center? I think it's enforce.
There's enforce, changes the map center, makes them look exactly what you're looking at.
What is this thing?
This. This is where I live.
Dugan pops out of one of the flaps. This one's all nuts and bolts.
Yes, yes. The nuts are mostly on the upper side, the upper little container, and then the bolts are below it.
How does it go?
I pull it.
Slake looks him up and down. You're pretty strong, huh?
Oh yes, most of my brothers we're trained to be stronger because we have to help the Vecchia.
Tractor pulls his own cart around.
He loots steel and then drags it around. And when there's a hill and the steel's at the bottom of the hill, they're all sad. They get really big calves.
Some parts of my cycle are very easy. Some are very difficult. When it rains, it really stinks.
There's something about that Slake appreciates. It might be tapping into the dwarven industrial character, and there's he exhales even though he doesn't need to. It's more of a he's not angry at this dude. Had he said it was like a magical cart, that might have been bad. But he's pulling around, fine.
He pulls out a tray, and inside he moves a couple of things, but very organized. He pulls out like it's a metal square, and on it there's a lot of charcoal, some type of charcoal or chalk written all over with arrows, and there's a whole bunch of welded ridges.
See, these are my templates. This is a simple one. I don't know how familiar you are, but we can leave you with this one. If you can start making some of these pieces here, if you look at the other ones I cut, I would make them fit here. And these are some of the more common household ones I would use.
You want metal bits from the factory, your temple, that look like this?
Yes, I can leave this for you. Can help you.
Fine. I don't sleep.
Incredible. I wish I couldn't sleep.
Just remember, you might not sleep,
This
but the
temple-
rest of us do. You make quite a racket sometimes.
I was lucky to be assigned this temple. It's one of the biggest. And then I was one of the top of my classes for 5 years.
We mean it. If we find a bunch of other people buzzing around here, you'll have problems.
Oh, no. It's not allowed for others to come here. I do not want anyone else other than you doing this because you're the ultimate Vecchia. You're alive. It is not permitted for anyone else to help me. But you are Vecchia.
Slake stands there awkwardly, not sure how to make, like...
And every time he's saying it, you're starting to, you see that same, you're seeing it a little bit, you see a little bit, your head was a little bit tilted this way, a little bit tilted that way, but you're hearing that in the background, Vecchia.
Did you weirdos make me?
Make? No, we very rarely do the brothers make something from. No, we don't make constructs.
Okay. The last flash of any sort of
Why do you say that?
anger in the pan has subsided.
Why do you say that?
Someone made me like this.
Yes, I'm sure someone did. The architect.
Something bad happened to my clan. I don't remember.
Well, I'm sorry for your clan.
They're gonna pay.
Well, if they have purchased something, they should pay, yes?
Oh.
But my cycle, by the time I do my round, I will return within 10 days for you. Usually I take 20 to 30 days, but I will return sooner for you.
Fine, I'll make some of these metal bits for you.
And recognize my voice if you need it, not the others. Because this is my temple. For me, it's a temple. For you, it's a home.
Alright. We'll kick out any other
No, they wouldn't come.
priests
You might hear
that
their
come
voices.
here.
You might hear the voices. But
Why?
they would be from the northern side. My cycle takes me to the southern side.
He like shakes his head like he doesn't care. Why am I hearing voices anytime you see Vecchia?
You've heard this before. That's
No.
normal. We have brothers all over the city. There's many of us.
He's just confused at this point.
What did you hear?
Vecchia and a bell, whistle. Some old guy.
Oh?
I'll break him over my knee.
I won't.
Slake is basically neutral evil. It is like lawful good, like lawful stupid, like lawful good priest.
I would say he's chaotic neutral. I had originally had him at neutral. He's chaotic neutral. There's no rules here. Just his vengeance.
Would it be perhaps? Let me see. So you heard the word Vecchia before from?
I don't know. I don't remember. Whenever you say it, there's this weird bell in my head, a whistle, a thing, and some people nattering on about Vecchia. Does that mean I've got scrap metal in me?
Oh, not sure, but if you heard it, that means you were in the city somewhere when one of the brothers was doing a cycle of his.
Damn magic.
Perhaps I can help you. Tell me more about the voice.
I just did.
It was old. How old?
Old. He's one of these guys that isn't very descriptive.
Oh,
So you know in the movie where if they just took 5 minutes to describe what it is that happened, this wouldn't be a problem. Yeah, it's that.
The rest of the movie wouldn't be happening.
Right.
Would you almost say very old?
Oh, I don't fucking know.
Well, the best thing I could suggest to you, the oldest one I know of, is Old Gray. He's off north.
Old Gray.
Old Gray, yes.
He's an old man that says Vecchia lots.
Well, yes, but he says it like an old man.
And do you care if he dies?
Many people would. But I don't think... Interesting. I'll tell you where he is. But don't rush in. He's a good man. He's an old man. And he's very strange.
You think he knows something about me?
Don't you? No. But if you heard a bell, a whistle, and Old Gray, he could probably tell you where you were. We know our cycles like the back of our hands. He wouldn't be able to tell you.
Alright. If this is some sort of trick.
Oh, no trick. I just want you to be careful. Don't go out there alone. I don't know how people will react to you. I don't know if you are legal or not, but in my temple you're safe.
Yeah, sure.
So, I will leave this template with you.
And he takes he pulls out some bottles, and he takes like a different files. Takes out some oils.
Because you asked if I could tell what kind of metal your Vecchia was made from. Do you want me to proceed with taking the samples?
Yeah, you can take a scratch. If you can scratch me. Slake has DR 10 adamantine.
He tries, oh, this will be a... Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, they share a laugh. This is quite interesting. Challenge, yes.
He starts taking out other tools and tries to chip. Nothing is coming off.
Like, oh, I think I'll need to get...
Here, I'll do it for you. And Slake basically takes his fingernail-like ends and like scratches his own arm until there are shavings that come off. He'll do a damage to himself, basically.
Oh.
Yeah.
You start doing that, it's like, oh, please stop. It's enough. I cannot handle your injury.
It'll grow back.
It will.
Well, I can bang it out, or a fucking dragon will breathe on me.
Well,
He takes the piece,
Yep.
puts it in the bottle, puts some oil, closes it up.
I will... So you don't need me to look at this then?
Look at what?
Your injury.
No. It'll be fine.
Incredible day indeed. Well, I will continue to fill a little bit of my stock and come back in a 10-day when it's almost run out. I've almost got it. Just need to collect what's left and what's cut over in the other area. And I will leave you to it. Oh, yeah. Old Grey. You will find him north. His cycle is much north, in the outskirts of the city.
Outskirts, north, Old Grey. Got it.
Yes. You want to find his.
He's looking up.
It's almost a full moon, so he should be near his temple. We cycle with the moon. You see, that's our cycles. He'll be in his temple, most likely. Probably not tonight, or tomorrow. Maybe the day after.
Where's his temple? Some ruined building?
His temple will be a marvel that needs purification.
Yeah, where is it?
Well, Smalls, I don't have a map, but most people will know of him.
Alright, Old Grey, north outskirts city. You got that, Dugan?
Yep, I got it. He's in a shithole up north.
Yeah, some temple. Alright.
Temple's almost done.
I'll leave these metal bits just inside the door here.
Oh, fantastic. But please, leave them in rough shape. I must work on them on my own and purify them myself.
Okay.
Not perfect cuts. Just your first one.
Alright. He's like not sure, but he could take simple instructions like that. Like, he could pound out some metal.
Alright then.
Alright, you should leave before fairies attack you or something.
Oh, don't worry. I'll be fine here for the evening, and I'll leave in the morning.
Oh, the rent just went up, did it?
He goes back, picks up the rest of his metal stuff.
Yep.
Finishes his sandwich, drinks some water.
Well, that's kind of nice of you that you offered to help him, Slake.
Yeah, he's alright.
Dugan gets into his stuff. Like, he's sticking around. Dugan goes through his stuff.
Sure.
Is it all junk?
There's nothing. It is of value to someone who manufactures things.
Okay, so it's yeah. At some point while he's eating a sandwich, Dugan Smurf just pops out of one of the cabins. It's all crap! He throws a bunch of shit on the ground. He's
I
like,
don't know if you've ever played with slingshots as a child, but nuts, good-sized nuts,
Ball bearings?
ball bearings. These things are the ammunition of the gods.
the thing is, it doesn't matter what he uses. That's the thing.
He can use any rock. It's actually the magic is in the.
It's what surrounds it, yeah.
Nice.
Which is good and bad, because like if it's a +5 purple sword, it's like, yeah, no, it's still not doing anything for a pole.
It's just the kinetic energy that you summon.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, Dewdrop.
I'm proud of you, Slake.
Why?
You made a friend. It's your first friend aside from us that, isn't a combat buddy. Well, you're more than our combat buddies.
Am I?
Oh, yeah? We're here to help you.
we're trying to find a way to make you tired.
There's somebody that man said who might know where I came from, or where the metal that I was made of came from. His name's Old Grey. He's in the north. He's probably picking through the ruins of some other shithole. He glances at Dugan, like he reuses your words, kind of thing.
So
Knowledge local has Dugan or something, I guess?
His name's Old Grey.
Yeah,
I'll roll. I got a 17.
Okay.
Like,
Dee
maybe he's never
will
heard of the order, but he knows of the old man. I think.
Dee will aid and doesn't aid. She doesn't hinder though.
So are we supposed to talk to the old guy or
You've heard
Yeah.
of the old man. You've heard
the old guy?
he's one of the, he's been around. He's been around for a long time for humans, anyways. And yeah, like they're saying, he's somewhere up in the northern area of the city. He started there, and the city just grew south. Didn't grow. Didn't grow that way. So he's like, "Oh."
People up there might not take too kindly to me.
Oh, well, maybe if you stop punching everyone in the face and taking their heads off.
Oh,
We'll get you a cloak, you'll be fine.
Oh, yeah, we'll come with you, Slake, if that's your way of asking. We'll come with you.
Okay. Slake is not happy right now that
Ah, don't worry, I do this for all my tenants.
But what is it that? I mean, I didn't hear a thing. You were saying you heard stuff when he.
Yeah, there's some sort of weird bell and a bunch of assholes saying Vecchia. I think I'm made out of scrap.
I wondered if that old man thinks he just collected you.
Huh?
I'm sure it's nothing.
I don't belong to no one.
I didn't say you did.
That's a double
that's
negative,
correct.
which
We
means
have
that
a-
you do belong to someone.
What?
We have our own will. We have our own will.
Nobody said. There's been no references to ownership or contract or any sort of thing that would suggest you just.
I'm just saying the old man collects Vecchia, and then he called Slake Vecchia.
Yeah, it means like scrap metal.
Oh,
All the fairies are like going through a bunch of jokes, but they don't want to be punched.
What? My nickname's Dingleberry, so who am I to say anything?
yeah, you call me Little Bug and Doo-Doo, and this is Blueberry.
It's not Blueberry.
Well, it is to
I
me.
will accept Blue Dragon.
You're not a blue dragon. It's just like, or sorry, Agony. you are.
Accept Blueberry, and you're gonna like it.
How do you know? If I were a blue dragon, perhaps I've just shrunken down using not wizardry.
No dragon worth his scales would turn into one of you.
At least I have wings.
Besides, the magic to turn that small would be powerful indeed.
That's right.
It's so tiny that you would need to use powerful magic to be as tiny as you.
That's right. That tiny, that powerful.
For some reason, Agony is kind of lost in thought and kind of wanders off after that conversation. He's scritching his weird little flesh thingy on his chin.
Alright, so are we gonna go look for the old gray guy? Is that
Yeah,
the
he'll
idea?
be at his temple in a couple of days. We'll leave then.
Alright, so a couple days we'll go get him, and then we'll.
In the meantime, I'm gonna make Vecchia out of... Yeah. Hey! Dee Dee, give me some of your charcoal.
Oh, you want to make a drawing?
Yeah. Basically, he's gonna make a stencil for the like he's gonna make a metal stencil and then just draw that thing around a bunch of metal things and then rip the metal things out in the rough shapes of the.
So,
It's good.
Vecchia, you're gonna make a bit of a thing. It's gonna be like you're gonna make a Bitcoin. It's gonna be like a bit of a coin.
Huh?
Oh, never mind. It doesn't. I thought I had something. It just I didn't have nothing. No, I tried though.
It was a good try.
No, I don't even think it was a good try. Let's be honest, that was pretty bad.
Slake has 4 days left in this downtime period, he'll just make little metal pieces.
He's making Legos.
Yep.
He's making connects.
With full respect to your other talents, I'd like to ask you to keep your work down from the hours of 7 bells to 7 bells.
Yeah, all right. I could do the stenciling during that time.
Much appreciated. Also, 4 days. He goes.
Or unless this happened on day 10, I don't know when this happened.
This was day 10.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, this was day 10.
All right. Well
okay,
then.
never mind.
But what were you going to do? I kind of want to know what Dugan wanted to do.
He's gonna go collect Kev to be the security at the steel mill.
And a torch.
There's a drunk vagrant that just sort of hangs out in front of the. That's funny.
In reality, the best we can hope for is, did somebody come in? Yes, they took all your things.
Let me grab Kev.
It will be hilarious. Kev, what happened to my stash of stuff? I don't know what happened. Why are you so drunk right now? I don't know.
We'll just
Why do you have a big barrel of whiskey behind you? I don't know.
we'll just put Kev out and yeah.
There's no saying. I know he's going to his
It's funny.
with the promise of there's free rent as long as you're security for the place.
Okay. Slake, for the first time, you keep him busy and he seems less angry.
It's really easy to sleep when all you hear is the scratching. Better than the pounding.
Or the yelling.
Although to be fair, the scratching kind of reminds me of rats, and every once in a while I wake up thinking there's a rat, but then there's not a rat, there's just like... Sometimes it's a rat. Then you get him.
Yeah, I'm sorry you don't like rats.
So what are you guys do?
Like rats.
In a couple of days, Slake's gonna drag the party out north to go look for Gold Gray.
You probably want to put your hat on. And
Yeah, he wears his robes and
I'm assuming he looks like
yeah,
the Thing, where he's got like it's the Thing with the fedora and the trench coat.
I have a question about Slake. It's is that like with the mask? Is that the way he looks all the time? Like, can he take, or is that like a helmet he puts on?
no, he can't. It's
He
just
has
all
no
bolted
face.
to his face and like he doesn't. You've never seen his.
He's looking
face.
at it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just wanted to.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
There are parts of him that look fleshy, but it's.
But that's his head,
Yep.
basically. Okay, I got it.
He's a horrible quake monster.
You've seen him several times try to take tools to like pry open the plates, but like the tools snap and
There's no locks or anything on there. Or...
it looks like it's all fastened, bolted.
Riveted together.
Yep.
I'm going to clean up the old shacks.
When you clean up old checks, I'm going to relieve myself.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same.
You guys can do that, yeah. Sorry if I'm not paying attention to the stream. First time I DM, so I'm a lot of jumping around and stuff, like 2-map tool and stuff. Marty goes through hell. I love him for it. Don't want to do this.
Don't apologize, man. If you just lined up a bunch of goblins, we would still have fun. So the Vecchia stuff was like, holy shit, there's a lot of detail here. That's awesome.
Thanks, sir. Let's put these guys way up here. These guys here. And Mark, how long does it take for them to travel to the northern part of the city from where they are? I assume.
I am gonna say. How are we like center of the city, or do we know, or it's not really built in yet?
We didn't really build that in, so I'm kind of
Okay, let's say 1d4 hours. How about no?
small city for walking.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 2d4 hours.
2d4 hours. Okay. But better be not minimum roll.
5 hours.
5 hours.
Okay. I'll work with that.
Okay.